Greetings and thanks for tuning in. I'm Maura Kelly from People's Academy in Morrisville. Welcome to the first episode of 2016 for our PLP Pathways webinar series. I'd like to thank Orca Media for letting us film the show in their studio.
Hi, and I'm Don Taylor from Main Street Middle School in Montpelier. And in addition to Orca Media, I'd like to thank the Middle Grades Collaborative and the Tarrant Institute for sponsoring this continuing professional development around Act 77 and personal learning plans. Today, Maura and I are going to be talking about some teacher feedback that we received at the recent Middle Grades Collaborative. We were able to present at the Collaborative, and we asked visiting teachers how PLPs, the process was going in their classroom. And Maura, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yep, before we get into today's show, we want to make sure you know how to stay connected with PLP Pathways. You can visit our site, follow us on Twitter, and keep tabs on the project through our blog. We'll show you these again at the end of the show.
So again, at the Middle Grades Collaborative that happened on January 9th, teachers from across the state interested in personalized learning came together at UVM's Davis Center, and we had a great day of conversation around PLPs, Act 77, and the different components that make that up. And so we're going to talk just quickly about some of the feedback that we received from those teachers.
So one of the things that we noticed that has been going really well for teachers across the state is that they were able to start the year off, get students involved with the development of a PLP site, and set goals. Most teachers are feeling like students have goals, they were able to communicate them through conferences, and that's really exciting to see that the identity phase of the PLP framework is underway for students across Vermont.
I think another strength that teachers pointed out was the goal setting process. A lot of teachers are having students set goals, and a lot of teachers are starting to make the connection between those goals and the transferable skills that the AOE has advised us to be using as part of the move to proficiency-based learning. So the plans and the development of a process seem to be going really well. And that was great to hear from teachers. There were also some challenges. Do you want to talk about a few of those challenges?
Yeah, so a few of the challenges that came up, there was one that was a big one, and that was time. Teachers are really feeling like if they had more time, they would be able to do more with the PLP and more with students reflecting on their goals. And along those same lines, it was about collaboration. How are teachers communicating with each other and having time to collaborate with students on the PLPs and the goals that they're setting?
And when we talk about time, it's not just time with the students, but it's also structures of time within the educational system. And I think this is where you're going to see teachers really becoming advocates for some policy change around schedules and around what the student day looks like. There's plenty of research out there that shows that personalization works most effectively when you have flexible scheduling. And these are big nuts and bolts issues that can't be solved in a week or 2 weeks. They have to be thought out, structured, and those changes need to be made collaboratively. So that, I think, was a big challenge. Another big challenge was having kids be meaningful, reflective thinkers about not only their goals, but also about the evidence that they want to put on the PLP and how that evidence demonstrates growth and learning. Teachers had some questions about that, but as I mentioned before, it was really great to hear teachers who are sort of in the thick of it and working with the PLP process and really developing a cognizant way of thinking about PLPs and how they can be integrated into schools and curriculum across the state.
Another thing that I think is a common thread are middle schools and high schools not always sharing in the work that they're working on. So if we're thinking about our students going from grades 7 through 12, where the PLP is going to be moving with them throughout this process, trying to come up with supports to help the students transition from middle school to high school, really using the PLP as a guide so that when the student gets there, they're able to talk about their strengths and talk about their goals and what they really view their high school experience.
Yep, and so one of the takeaways, and we'll end this episode, is a discussion about continuing professional development and what teachers seem to be wanting and needing. One of the things that teachers continue to ask for is help not only in structuring time and their curriculum, but also with the technology. There's a lot of great support happening out there for students and teachers with the technology, but I believe that teachers want to have that continuing professional development. And I just might add that several teachers said that just having the 3 days before school starts or having single episodes of professional development just isn't enough. They need to have continuing professional development that's supporting them through the entire PLP process, which is something that PLP Pathways is designed to deliver. So this feedback that we're receiving is excellent for our program.
One of the other things that we're really going to look at is not only building student culture and helping your students become engaged in the PLP process, but also coming up with ways for students to collect evidence, do self-assessments, and reflect on their goals and where they are in the process. And so we'll be coming up with some different ways to share that, and we'll be writing about it on our blog and through the webinar as well.
Yep, and don't forget about our webinars. Those are happening periodically through the rest of the year. Those dates are available on the PLP Pathways website. And in our next episode, we'll be talking specifically about evidence and what evidence students and teachers are putting on the PLP and how that reflects student growth across the learning stages. We want to thank you for tuning in. This is, again, PLP Pathways. We're supported by the Middle Grades Collaborative, the Tarrant Institute, and thank you very much to Orca Media. We appreciate your watching, and please keep us posted on your progress, and don't hesitate to reach out and contact us at the available Twitter, Google+, and also through our website. Thanks very much.
Thank you.